Hello, aviation enthusiasts. Welcome back to Aeroonline, your hub for the latest aviation stories. This week, we're taking off with updates on new routes, cutting-edge technology, and dramatic in-flight incidents. Let's dive in.
British Airways emergency landing in Boston. After bird strike Boston, a British Airways 777 diverted to Boston on April 26th after smoke was detected in the cabin, likely caused by a bird strike. No injuries were reported. The crew declared an emergency as a precaution. Airbus A380's first flight, April 27, 2005. This week marks 20 years since the Airbus A380 took its first flight in Toulouse, France. The double-decker aircraft remains the largest passenger jet ever built. With room for over 800 passengers, the A380 redefined long-haul travel. Though production has ended, its legacy as a symbol of aviation innovation lives on. Passenger tries to enter Cockpit on American Airlines flight on April 24, 2025. A passenger on American Airlines flight A950 from Sao Paulo to New York attempted to approach the cockpit to complain about a delay. Crew members intervened quickly, restraining the individual. The flight landed safely at JFK, where authorities took over. Delta bypasses U.S. tariffs with a 350 delivery via Tokyo. To avoid U.S. tariffs, Delta redirected delivery of a new Airbus A350 from France to Tokyo instead of the U.S. This move allows Delta to integrate the aircraft into service without incurring import fees. The workaround reflects growing complexity in global trade and airline logistics. Spain blackout disrupts flights and airports. Nationwide, a major power outage on April 28, 2025, disrupted airports and public transit across Spain. Flights were delayed or canceled at key airports, including Madrid and Barcelona. Operations resumed the next morning after 99% of power was restored. Investigations are ongoing into the cause of the failure. U.S. warns Ryanair on Chinese jet deal. U.S. Representative Raja Krishnamurthy warned Ryanair against buying Chinese COMAC jets, citing national security concerns and alleged ties to the Chinese military. Ryanair had expressed interest in COMAC's C919, but certification in Europe is still years away. EU approval for China's C919 could take up to 6 years. The EU's aviation regulator says China's COMAC 919 will need up to 6 years for certification to fly in European airspace. While the jet is already operating in China, Europe requires independent safety validation. Approval would be a major milestone for China's aviation ambitions. Lilium bankrupt as Archer, Joby, lead, eVTOL race German eVTOL company. Lilium declared bankruptcy in early 2025 after failing to meet funding and production goals. Meanwhile, Archer, Joby, and Eve continue to lead the emerging air taxi market with active orders and strong industry partnerships. Delta flights diverted after military helicopter disrupts approach. 2 Delta flights aborted landings at Washington National Airport on May 1, 2025, after a U.S. Army helicopter veered into controlled airspace. Officials are investigating, with calls for tighter coordination between military and civilian air traffic in the D.C. area.
That wraps up this week on Aeroonline. What stories stood out the most to you? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more aviation updates. Until next time, clear skies and safe travels.